So I have a little piece of plastic that has a flat end. It's just a cut piece, so you can see where it's all roughly and rough from the terrible scissors. Use the flat side, and I use the edge of that plastic and I just wrap it around super gently. I'm not applying a lot of pressure, but you can see how it makes this really beautiful, smooth, round lip, and that's going to make your bowl a lot more appealing to use and a lot more successful with the glaze. One thing that you've hopefully been noticing, I don't think I've mentioned it too often, is sponging out water from the inside of your bowl. As you're making it, you're going to be dropping a lot of water on that edge or with your fingers, and that water starts to really build up inside your piece. You need to regularly remove that water, because again, it's going to be sitting there for as long as it takes you to make that bowl, and it's going to soften the clay at the base of your piece, and inevitably it makes for a piece that will crack when it dries or goes into the kiln. So I've got my bowl, I've got the shape, I've cleaned out the water from the inside, I've smoothed the lip, and now I'm going to go to remove it from the wheel head. Now I don't have a whole lot of clay right here because I was really focused on pulling all my clay up. You might have a much bigger mound of clay right here. So you're going to use this wooden rib again. Now instead of going this way, because obviously I would be destroying the walls of my piece if I was trying to get underneath, I'm going to turn it and use the tip of the rib, and I'm just going to go in, scraping away any extra clay that I can. And you can tip this up if you want to and really remove a little bit more if you've got a buildup up the side. But you want to remove as much clay as you can without going too far under your piece, because it's going to make your life much easier when you go to trim. So I'm going to go remove this guy. So I make a little puddle of water on one side. I don't have to get the whole wheel wet, but just a puddle of water here. I grab my wire tool. I tend to not need this whole length of wire, so I just use what I need to go under the wheel. I drag it right through this puddle of water under my piece, and I push my piece right into that puddle of water because that releases it from the wheel head. If I was to cut through this and then let this sit here for a little while, it's going to re-adhere to the base. So when you're ready to pull this off the wheel, make sure that you do move your piece right into that puddle of clay. I use piece fingers, go right underneath, push it into the extra clay that you have at the base, just enough to grasp it and set it down. Okay?